Are you a brick and mortar business owner that has put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a storefront that lights you up and serves your clients really well, only to be frustrated that you're the best kept secret in town? If you're not hearing your new clients say, "I found you on Google," then you are in the right place. Welcome. My name is Melissa Rose. I'm a mom, a brick and mortar business owner, and your straight shooting visibility coach. I've cracked the SEO code to becoming the top choice on Google in my industry. And now I'm sharing the secrets on this podcast. Get ready for stories, fail-proof strategies, and practical tips to elevate your brick and mortar presence to the top choice on Google. Let's get real, because we're going to make your business the only option in town. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Brick and Mortar Visibility, where we talk all things Google Business Profile and how to make your business the only option in town with this foundational tool. Today's episode is brought to you by one of my clients. She reached out and was having some issues with her Google Business Profile despite doing all the work. And we dug into it a little bit, and I want to share 4 ways or reasons why your Google Business Profile isn't showing up. Walk you through that, because sometimes that happens and it's kind of frustrating, especially when you are doing all the things possible. Before we dive into today's episode, I just want to say thank you so much for choosing to listen, to invest in yourself, to invest in your business, to take this time and learn a little bit on how you can make your business better. You are a business owner. You have a lot of hats you're juggling, despite having a team or not having a team. The work always is there. So I want to remind you to grab your social post or maybe a product that you are featuring and bring it on over to your Google Business Profile. I did that today, actually, because we are launching a new program in my brick and mortar. And I said, I need to make that a product on my product site, on the product portion of my Google Business Profile. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to grab my Google Business Profile workshop, completely free. And I walk you through it step by step on how to optimize it to make sure all those bells and whistles are working, so that you are being found when people search for you. I know so many of you spend so much time on your socials, and socials is fun. And like I alluded to last week, we go to social kind of to zone out, right? We go to look at things, to be entertained. I know for me, it's purely a mind like numbing thing where I just want to go and not think about anything. But I'm not usually there to buy. When I am searching for something, when I'm searching for that restaurant or that therapist or that contractor, you want to be found. You want to be found. So that is why I'm so passionate about this Google Business Profile, because it is the foundation of great SEO. Because when people are searching for you, they are ready to buy. And I want that for you. Did you know the work you do today affects your business 60 to 90 days from now? And that just doesn't go for business. That goes for all areas of life. So based on the work you're doing right now, where are you going to be? Is it going to be same old thing, different day? Or is it going to be a level up? If you answered level up, let's make sure it actually happens. Come join me in my mastermind called Level Up, where we meet once a month to hold each other accountable, think strategically, and get inspired and empowered to take the action needed so that you can level up your business. If you want to learn more on how to level up you and your business, go to the link in the bio or MsMelissaRose.com/mastermind to learn more. It would be my privilege to be part of your story in your level up. So let's dive into today's content. This was brought up from a past client of mine. She invested in a VIP day where we sat down and we went through her Google Business Profile bucket by bucket by bucket, okay? And there's a lot of things that you can do to optimize that Google Business Profile. And we did it, and she was being consistent with it. She was updating it weekly. She was updating her website with blogs. She was doing the work. And she came to me and she said, Melissa, my Google Business Profile isn't being featured when I Google myself. Tested it on my end, and sure enough, it wasn't coming up. Now, when I say not coming up, it wasn't coming up, put in her name, and
her name pops up. She's got great SEO. Her website's popping up, her LinkedIn, her Facebook, all the things, but her Google business profile wasn't. And with her, what was happening on my end was that it said see more results for this person. And I would click on that, and then that would give me her Google business profile as well. So it's not like it wasn't there at all. It was just not being pulled up first. So this one confused me, because if your Google business profile isn't showing up, that could mean it's suspended. And that's a whole other can of worms of where Google will notify you and say your Google business profile has been suspended, and they'll give you a very vague list of reasons why. And that's another topic on how to get it unsuspended. Hers wasn't suspended. In fact, it's very well done. It's totally complete. So we had to do some of the things that I'm going to share with you at the end. So let's start at the beginning. Let's say you claimed your Google business profile, you started the process, didn't finish it. A couple things here. You might not remember what email you used. It would be connected to a Gmail. All right. So in order to find that, you can go to Google/business. The link here is below, and you can look up your business that way, or you can go to Google Maps and put your business name in Google Maps, and then in the bottom right, you'll be able to manage your business that way. So hopefully you'll be able to find it that way. But if it's not coming up, or if you're not seeing it and when you search for it, it's probably because you didn't verify it. So this is number one. You need to verify your Google business profile. So once you're in that back office, once you've found out how to manage it, you have to verify it. And there are a couple different ways you can do that, but just follow the Google prompts to do that. Sometimes Google will unverify you. And this sometimes happens if you move locations, maybe changing industries, or things don't line up properly. Make sure that Google business profile is optimized in all the ways. So that's why I have that workshop for you. When Google wants you to verify, that can become a little hairy. And the only reason I know this is because I was coaching somebody on this, and it was a little bit of a process for her. So when she was moving physical locations. So to us brick and mortar business owners, that happens a lot, right? You outgrow, or you find something with less rent, or you actually need to downsize, so you have to physically move your location. If Google asks you to verify, they'll probably ask you to share a video. And we need to share a video of, like, not just the street location from the street and the video there. We need to see you, like, going into the building. We need to see, like, the behind the scenes of the building. We need to see a lot of details showing that this is, in fact, your place of business. And even if it's a home business, you work out of your home, they need to see those details. So that can be a little bit of a challenge, because they're not as specific as you would like, or when they tell you what they need, they'll just say, we need a video documentation. So it can go back and forth for a little bit. Take a deep breath. If you need help, please just reach out with a 20-minute call, free call, and I will help walk you through that, okay? That's usually why your Google business profile isn't being found. Number two, this one is an easy fix. You might come up on the Google search, but you're not coming up on Google Maps. And of course, we want to be found in both places. So that just means you're not optimized. So again, go and grab that free Google workshop that I have for you, and make sure every bucket is filled and checked off, and it's comprehensive. It's cohesive. It makes sense. It's not everything is lined up. Your address, your phone number, it all is the same. And you guys, I have seen so many Google business profiles where that is not lined up. You have your website that says one address and your Google business profile says another, or your phone number, or your email, all the things, okay? So they all have to be cohesive from your Google business profile and your website and other places that you may have your information, okay? So that is what I mean by cohesive and correct. Another way to help that with your Google business reviews, okay? So when you're consistently getting those reviews, it helps your Google. So as I'm getting older, it's getting harder and harder for me to focus. I don't know about you, but that is something that I used to not struggle with, and now I do. So when I was introduced to this product, Make Wellness, they had a focus line, and I thought, I'm going to try it because I need help. And let me just tell you, I am loving it. It is a natural-based peptide supplement. Pop one of those and I am dialed in, locked in, ready to go and be productive. And let's just be real, as a business owner, there are no extra minutes or seconds to waste. We have to be productive and get the stuff done so that we can actually be the mom or the wife or the partner that we also are as well. I am super excited about these products. My link is below if you want to check it out, learn more about it. And if it's right for you, go ahead and grab $20 off your first order with my referral link. Number 3, why our Google Business Profile is not being shown or coming up when we search for it is because we may have recently edited it. This has happened to me where I've gone in and fixed something or changed something or added something, and then I, clear it or, press save, and then I go and search for myself even the next day or two, and it doesn't come up. The reason is it needs to go through the process with Google, and it could be a couple days before it shows up again. Don't freak out. It'll show up. If you did not get that email saying that you are suspended or restricted, don't worry about it. You're good. Okay, so just take a deep breath. Sometimes it takes a few days. Okay, now the final one is that Google suspended your Google Business Profile. Now, when this happens, this is not fun because it's quite the ordeal to fix, but it can be fixed. So stay tuned. I will show you how to do that. But you will know, you will get an email. So we need to make sure when you are setting up your Google Business Profile that your backup email is an email that you check regularly so that you get notified and it is legit, okay? Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, stay tuned. I am going to be doing an episode on that as well. I have some links below here for help if you are stuck on anything with Google. So we have our Google support link below, and there's a Google advisor link below. So Google support will set you up. You can ask your question. You can be set up with chat, or you can set up with a phone call. So it goes directly there. You don't have to sift through the forum and ask questions and sift through that way. Okay. So this is a direct link to support. There's also a direct link here for an advisor. And this is where you can pay for somebody one-on-one to help you through something. But you shouldn't need that if you take my Google Business Profile workshop and have questions. You can set up a Zoom for 20 minutes and talk through some stuff. If there's something that's stuck for me, I will refer this out. And honestly, that's what I did for my client. As I mentioned before, this is a client that booked a VIP day with me, and she was doing the work. She was consistently updating her Google Business Profile, consistently putting new content out on her website. She was doing the work, and her Google Business Profile wasn't being shown, and her Google Business Profile wasn't popping up. So I went to Google support because I did not know why. It made no sense to me. If we clicked on the next page that was presented, her Google Business Profile showed up. So the answer for her was that she needed to keep going the Google reviews. They said her Google Business Profile is visible. It is out there, which is true. It is showing up. It's just not showing up how I would like it, but she has excellent SEO. When you Google her name, everything else is coming up. We have an answer. It's just not a wow answer. And I told her that. I said, well, I talked to Google support and they basically said, everything's good. You looks great. You are visible. We just need to be consistent, continue being consistent, and specifically consistent with her Google reviews. And that is one area that she could improve on. But otherwise, she's doing phenomenal. She has excellent SEO. And ultimately, that's the goal, right? We want to be found first. I wanted to share that with you because this was brought up this week and it stumped me a little bit because she was doing the work. So even when you're doing the work, sometimes Google ticks us off. Keep going, keep being consistent. And that's our reminder is everything is consistency. Updating that Google Business Profile with an update, keeping your products updated. And that's another thing that we did was we worked on her products. She was adding a new product line to her website and she wanted it to be consistent with her Google Business Profile. And then another place you can do is add pictures. And maybe do that once or twice a month. Add pictures to your Google Business Profile as well. It all works together, you guys. It's no one thing. Keeping everything consistent and cohesive and updated will serve you well. All right. I can't wait to tell you about the really cool story that happened this past week, too. But this is long enough. I'll save that for another episode. If you got anything out of today's episode, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to leave an honest rating on your Apple iTunes app so that more people can find out about brick and mortar visibility and how they can be the only option in town as well. All right, y'all. Have a great week. We will see you here, same time, same place next week. Peace. Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness, you're still here. Awesome. You are my people. If you love today's podcast, please share it with a business bestie, because you know what? All of us deserve to do better, be better, so we can be the only option in town for our industry. And if you haven't already, please consider leaving an honest rating and review either on the YouTube channel or Apple iTunes podcast or whatever platform you're listening to. This helps brick and mortar visibility get out to more business owners so that they can learn how to be the only option in town for the industry. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great week. We'll see you here, same time, same place next week. Peace. Bye-bye.